Hi, my name is Bhanu, and today I'm going to cover the session about the SonarQube. So below are the topics which are covered as part of this session, that is introduction, Sonar high-level features, and how to configure and install Sonar, running a sample Java program, and finally the analyzing the report generated by the Sonar. So let me go to the introduction, why we have to use the Sonar and other steps. Basically, Sonar is a web-based quantity tool which provides an overview of the overall health of project. For example, what this means is, whatever the Java, let's assume that we have a Java project, okay, it gives a very nice graphical web-based tool and all reports whether the particular resource are following all the coding standards or any logical errors or any duplication of the codes, any critical errors, all this the nice report gives to you. The second one is it provides the overall health of the source code and wide area of the source quality checkpoints, which includes whether the particular people have followed the coding standards, what is the complexity, any method duplications, coding rules, potential bugs, and also it gives a nice feeling of the JUnit reports. Sonar has a rich set of features that what you do not get in other tools. So there is a no tool which provides all the features. For example, check styles. It checks for the styles. PMD, all this. But Sonar is a tool which is having all the features of all this tool in your current Sonar tool. And by the way, this is a free source. Okay. Before going to the actual features and the demo, just I want to show for this demo purpose, I have taken a simple Java program which is like arithmetic operations. It performs the basic arithmetic operations like adding over two numbers, subtracting over two numbers, and multiply over two numbers and the divide. So you see I have followed some of the best practices like providing the class level comments, method level comments, and what actually these methods, and finally there is a main method which executes the steps. Okay, like add operation and passing the two values 10 and 20, it gives a result 20 and 10. Multiplication, divide, and subtract. Okay, before this, let me see how to configure and install the Sonar. So currently for this demo, I'm using SonarQube 5.6.5. Here you can download the latest version of the SonarQube. Currently, I guess 6.5 is the latest version, but for this demo purpose, I'm using the 5.6.5. And the prerequisite is to run the 565, you need to have a JDK 1.8 version. The next one is you need to have a Sonar runner. These to be downloaded. And let me say that this extract the both the chips in the particular location. That is so a Sonar runner like 2.5. The next step is whenever you open a Sonar particular folder, here you can see if you go to SonarQube 561 and the sorry, if you go to the Sonar, then here you see the different versions, operating system which. So based upon your operating system, you can select whether the Linux or Mac or a Windows 68 32-bit or 64-bit. So currently I'm having the Windows 64-bit. So you can choose the whether it depends upon the OS which one you have to. The next one is you have to start the Sonar. Let me start the Sonar. It will take a couple of seconds to start the Sonar. Go to the 64, click on the start Sonar. Okay. So you can see here the Sonar server is going to start. Let me wait for a couple of minutes until unless the server gets started. And here you can see the process is up. That means the Sonar is up and running. So to test the Sonar, go to your browser and say localhost. By default it runs on the 9000 port. Click on the 9000. So once you restart the Sonar, here you should be able to see some Java already have run this So it's up and running. So the next step is, okay, make sure that the sonar is up and running. Add the below properties to the path on the sonar. If you see, there is a conf folder with the sonar run dot properties. You can see here there is a sonar run properties. You need to add project key. For this demo, I given as sonar Java demo. What is a project name? What is the project version? Let's assume that it's a 1.0 and the source code where it is. And finally, this is very important feature. Let me assume that currently my project is using JDK 1.6. Okay, and what happens is whenever the Sonar is applying the coding standards rules, it goes again as a JDK 1.6. For example, okay, there is some features which it does not apply this 1.8 JDK 1.8. Otherwise, there will be a lot of issues. For example, you are using in your current project 1.7. You can give as a 1.7 so that the 1.8. So because for this running the tool, I have pre-configured a JDK 1.8. It applies all the rules of JDK 1.8. If let's say that current project uses JDK 1.6, you can specify what is the JDK version here so that the rules will apply and it will be generating the report against it. So for currently, since I'm using JDK 1.6, I'm putting as a Sonar JDK 1.6 here. So the next step is we have all the set path and everything. The next step is we need to run. So what is the next step is you need to set in the environment variables the sonar.build. The next step, go to the source directory. Okay, for example, I'm going to the source directory. Here you can see this is my source directory and run this. So wherever you have installed this Sonar bad, just run that. So here you can see it. So once you run that, what actually it is it goes internally to the pipe level of the Java code, analyze each and every line, identify if there are any potential issues, coding standards you haven't followed the coding standards or potential vulnerability or any critical defects. It just, you can see here, it has been executed successfully, for me it has generated report. Now what I will go here, I go to the 1000 9000 port, just refresh it and you can see that it has already generated a report for me. Click on the particular report and here there are no critical defects, bugs or vulnerables, but only code smells. Here you can click on it. It gives a nice UI generated. Here you can see it has analyzed your current automatic operation.java and provides a rule. So here you can go to the code. There are a different way. Click on this particular. So now this is a package and this is what the class we have written. So it shows wherever potential and also gives the suggestion why it is. For example, here you can say system.out.println. Let me see what actually. That replace the use of system.out.println this thing. That means whenever it's not a good practice to put system.out.println, instead of that you put the loggers. So here also it gives the best practices why it is showing. So it's a non-compliant compliance this thing. It's a non-compliance. The compliance is log.logger, my message. So once this thing, okay, then once what happens is once it gives a report for you errors and all those stuff, those errors you can go and correct it and once again you can rerun the tool. So once you rerun the tool, everything should be green, there should be no errors, no critical errors, this. So it helps us to maintain the code quality and developers ensures that they are writing the good code quality without bugs and also it removes the duplicates and provides a nice addition. So this is the overview of FAN. So now there are many features but this is just I want to show how to configure the Sonar and run the tool. Hope this will be helpful for the people to manage the code quality and other things. Thank you.